Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for clicking and welcome to my channel. I design clothes, textile patterns, and I overall just really like making things. I hope you enjoy your time here and let's get started. This video is a tutorial on how to put together my Lilah camisole dress pattern, which is available for download in my Etsy shop. I will be covering everything from printing out the pattern to how to use the adjustment line to sewing it all together. So if you need help on a specific step, I am including timestamps so you can skip to what you need. First is printing the pattern. Once you have downloaded the pattern file from your order, you need to make sure to print the pattern at 100% scale. This option should be listed on the printing window on your computer. There is a border around the content of each page and the entire border should be visible on each page. This is what you will use to assemble the pattern later. Check the print preview and see if it is positioned correctly and the border is visible on all sides. If not, what worked for me was putting the orientation option into auto. Print the test sheet first and measure the test square to make sure the pattern is printing at the correct size. Also, check that the border around the content of this page is visible on all sides once it's printed. Once you've verified that the scale is correct, you can print out the rest of the pattern. After you have all the pages, lay them in order according to the page numbers in the circles on the pattern. The circles are notated as column number / row number. So 1/1 is column 1, row 1, 2/1 is column 2, row 1, etc. When they are laid out in order, you can tape them together, lining up the borders to each other, line to line. You can cut off or fold over the extra paper outside of the border to help with lining up the pages. Since this pattern was originally made by me for me, the fit is for people with longer torsos. But if you have a shorter or even longer torso than I do, don't worry. I included an adjustment line at the center of the dress pattern that is very simple to use. This adjustment line is to allow you to adjust where the waist curve lays on your body. To determine whether you may need to use the adjustment line, measure your back length. This is the measurement from the base of your neck to your waistline, and compare that measurement to the measurement listed on the pattern size chart for the size you are planning on making. If the measurement is either shorter or longer than the pattern chart measurement, you might need to use the adjustment line to make sure the waist curve hits at the right spot on you. For example, if you are size 36, the pattern lists the back length as 18 inches. If your back length is 17 inches, all you have to do is cut the pattern at the adjustment line and overlap the pattern 1 inch and tape. Or if you are a size 36 and have a 19-inch back length, you cut the pattern the same way, but instead of overlapping 1 inch, you spread the pattern apart 1 inch and then put some more pattern paper behind the gap and tape to make the pattern one piece again. A good way to check if the waist curve is where you want it to be is to hold the pattern piece up to your body and see if the waist curve falls roughly where your waist is. This way you can get an idea of how the dress will fit without cutting your fabric. Since everyone's body is different, there might be some tweaking to be done to get your personal ideal fit, but hopefully the adjustment line instructions get you very close. Once the waist is adjusted to your preferences, any other length adjustment can be made to the hemline of the dress pattern pieces. Alright, once the pattern is adjusted and cut out, we can cut out our fabric pieces. Make sure to use knit fabric with about 25% stretch for this project. And when laying out the pieces, pay attention to the direction of stretch and all other layout indicators listed on the pattern pieces. I am cutting out 1 front piece, 2 mirrored back pieces, 2 straps, and the front and back neckline facings. For this dress, I am using organic cotton knit with a custom color I designed. This is from my Vintage Blue collection, which is available in my Spoonflower shop. This is a solid coordinating color to the patterns available in this collection, which also feature ivory. I also have a vintage pink and a vintage green collection, and my designs are available in other types of fabric and home decor items if you have a different project idea or want to buy something ready-made. I have a lot of designs available, so hopefully you can find something that fits your style. Now that everything is cut out, we can start sewing. Remember to use a serger, overlock, or stretch stitch on a sewing machine to maintain the stretch of the fabric. I am going to start with pinning and sewing the 2 back pieces together, right sides together at the center back seam, so we can work with 1 complete back piece and 1 complete front piece. Next, on the front dress piece, use the pleat guide to make the bust pleats at either side of the front dress piece. Match up the corners of the rectangle, pin in place, and fold up the top flap so the edge of the fabric is in line with the rest of the dress. Pin this in place as well to secure it. Next, we can pin and sew the front piece and the back piece together at the side seams. The pleat guide will be jutting out from the side, which will be cut off if you are using a serger, or you can cut it flush with the rest of the side seam now if that is preferred. Now we can tackle the straps. Although I have provided a suggested length for the straps in my pattern, I do recommend making ones that are longer than you need so you can try them on before attaching them to the dress and cut them to the ideal length for you. Preferred strap length can be very individual and subjective, so I think this is the best way to get a comfortable fit. Fold and pin the strap pieces right sides together lengthwise to make a tube and serger sew in place. Once sewn, turn them right side out. I then top stitched 3/8 of an inch inwards from the sewn edge on each strap to help the strap lay flat. This step is optional, but I do recommend it. Plus, I think the stitching adds a nice design feature to the dress. Alright, I recommend trying on the dress now as is with the straps pinned or clipped in place so you can determine your ideal strap length. Once you have decided and cut your straps to your preferred length, pin them to the dress at the indicated locations on the pattern. Almost there. Now sew the front neckline facing to the back neckline facing right sides together at their side seams. Then pin to the neckline of the dress right sides together. Make sure the straps are placed in between the dress and the facings at their indicated positions on the pattern so the straps are sandwiched between the dress and the neckline facing. Pin in place, double check that everything is symmetrical, and sew. Now flip the facing to the inside of the dress, pin and top stitch. Time for the finishing steps. Trim any excess facing fabric from the inside of the dress, and then all we have left is to hem the bottom of the dress. Flip up 5/8 of an inch hem allowance at the bottom and top stitch in place. I am taking a bit of a shortcut here and using my 5/8 inch downturn feller attachment on my machine. Now the dress is all done. I am very happy with this dress. I think it's very sweet and perfect for spring and summer. I also made it in green. Both of these colors are available in my spoonflower shop and are linked in the description. I use the organic cotton knit option for both of these. The dress pattern is available for download in my Etsy shop, which is also linked in the description. I also have links to my sewing materials there as well, so check it out. If you liked this video and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to. Let me know how you like the dress in the comments. Thanks for watching!